Welcome to Horror Movie Mavens, and thanks for joining us. Before we jump into the review, which I'm very excited about, I'd like to notify all of our Horror Movie Mavens listeners that it's a review podcast, which means it inherently will contain spoilers for the movie selection of the week. Films in the horror movie genre often contain adult themes, graphic language, and some images that can be shocking to some of our more sensitive listeners. To best enjoy Horror Movie Mavens podcast, you should have probably already have seen the movie or watched it in the past and maybe spruce up your knowledge, especially if you've never seen the movie before. Then, click play on us and enjoy the ride. Without further ado, let's enjoy some Horror Movie Mavens. Hey everybody, and welcome to Horror Movie Mavens. I'm your host of the most, Bad Luck Bill, here to guide you through our movie experience today. It's 1993's Leprechaun, episode number 21 of Horror Movie Mavens. I said 92 when I previewed it last week. It did come out in 93, but in January of 93, hence the confusion. I don't know, it seems like I'm confused, and joining me to evaluate and dissect and maybe give me some focus here today is my guy, my man's in them, Tombstone Tom. Tombstone Tom, how the hell are you, my friend?
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning.
Or afternoon, depending on when you're listening.
Top of the morning, top of the afternoon to you. So, yeah, a Leprechaun, Tom. Right off the bat, how Irish is Irish, Tom?
100%, my friend.
That's a hell of a percentage to beat. I can't boast the same numbers on any one thing.
I piss Lucky Charms.
And greatness, of course. Also, joining us to navigate us through our journey through hysteria is Afterlife Allie. Welcome back, Afterlife Allie.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Allie, how Irish are you?
So I'm about 30 parts Italian, 30 parts Irish, 30 parts Scottish. Wow. And then I got just that last little bit of randomness.
She's got a lot of UK in her. I guess. Is Ireland considered UK? I guess it is.
No.
It's not?
I don't know. I'd have to ask them.
Northern Ireland is.
Oh,
not,
right.
Not the Republic of Ireland.
That whole pesky split thing. Those damn Catholics versus Protestants. That's a whole thing we're not going to get into today.
Yeah, it's not. Wow.
Ooh. Ventured off into territory I shouldn't have ventured off to. Well, anyhow, that's what brings us here. The down and dirty, the play-by-play, the ultimate review, if you will, of 1993's Leprechaun. It's a B-horror movie and otherwise a dark comedy as well, which I honestly,
he is generous.
Yeah, it's been a while for Leprechaun, so much so that we were talking off air. The majority of this movie I did not remember. Tom, did you remember a whole lot of this flick?
No, like we were talking before we went live. The beginning, had no idea. That's how it started. But
when's the last time you saw this thing? Has it been 2 decades or so?
Oh, at least. It had to be when I was 10 years old. It probably came on the WB randomly in the afternoon. Straight on the television. This is a rated R movie, so there is a lot of bloody parts to it, and they do curse here and there. I guess for today's standards, it's a pretty light-handed rated R, in my opinion. Very, very light, yes.
It's a Trimark picture. Trimark Pictures sold out to Lionsgate. And now Lionsgate is the one out there pushing this movie along, kind of making it in front of our eyeballs so that we can see it on streaming services around the globe. Did you have something to ask me, Allie?
How Irish is Bad Luck Bill?
How Irish is Bad Luck Bill? Not very Irish. 0.00% Irish.
Hence the bad luck.
Exactly. If I had some more luck of the Irish blood in me, maybe I wouldn't be so unlucky.
That's a really good point, Tom.
Yeah. So leave it to a bunch of Irish folks to belittle me about not being Irish.
I love your food, though. The food's great.
Yeah. I love your wine. So, the runtime of the movie is 1 hour and 23 minutes long. The tagline is, "Your luck just ran out." The poster of the movie that I chose to use, because, again, there's multiple different posters for multiple versions of the same movie. Leprechaun peering through a doorway, an all-black background, and he's just like, behind that doorway, kind of getting backlit by the light in the background. Afterlife, Allie, what do you think about the tagline and the movie poster?
I like it. I mean, he's creepy, peering in. Mm-hmm. Just old, like, folklore and stuff. You don't want to mess with a leprechaun.
Yeah.
So, it fits.
It fits.
Where we're going.
Yeah, it fits it's the vehicle to where we're going to. I guess it's just like a little bit of a teaser, Tom. What did you think about the tagline?
Yeah, sure. Your luck ran out. Yes, it did. Because you see this little gremlin, like...
Are leprechauns supposed to be bad, Tom?
They're mischievous.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and like, you can't...
Yeah, they're,
take their gold, because
they'll kill you?
I don't know.
I never heard of that.
I think bad things
that's the horror element that they added in. Usually at the end of the rainbow, you find a pot of gold. Yay, hooray! And they'll dance around you and be all happy.
And that's where the story ends typically. Not for our movie here. It didn't end quite that simplistically, but it's written by Mark Jones. That's a good Irish name, Mark Jones. He made a bunch of sequels to this movie. He wrote a bunch of sequels to, at least got credit for the Leprechaun stuff. Probably some character carryover and whatnot. Nightman. He also wrote a movie called Nightman and a bunch of sequels to that.
Not to be confused with Dayman.
Yeah, Master of the Nightman. And Rumpelstiltskin, which is another folklore type. I don't think that's necessarily Irish, though. I don't know what the hell. Maybe that's English. I don't know. It's another horror movie dramatization of a classic folklore story that you hear when you're a kid. It's also directed by, wouldn't you know who won the pony, Mark Jones. He's back. He wrote it and directed it. He's got his hands all over this bad boy.
One-man
show. So, starring. Who's it starring? Warwick Davis as the Leprechaun. He gets top billing for the movie, and rightfully so.
Round of applause for Warwick Davis.
Yeah, an actually famous person. He is best known for, he's in a ton of movies. He's in a bunch of Star Wars stuff. He's in a bunch of Harry Potter stuff. He's in Willow. He's a international superstar, and he decides he's going to do a horror movie. And in the credits, George Lucas has a special thanks credit because he allowed Warwick Davis to do the movie. He gave him permission to do the movie because Davis was under contract to him at the time for Star Wars type stuff. So he gave him the blessing, yep, go do your Leprechaun movie. Strange to see George Lucas in the credits. Didn't see that coming.
I totally missed that, and that's a great tidbit.
Yeah. It also stars a relatively unknown actress named Jennifer Aniston as Tori.
The best part of the movie.
I agree with you, Tom.
Jennifer Aniston had not done Friends yet. This comes out... And then, I guess a couple of months later, given it's 93, it might have been almost a full year. I think Friends came out in 94. She becomes an international superstar, recognized around the world. She's done tons of stuff now. Everyone knows who Jennifer Aniston is. She's probably one of the most famous faces in Hollywood.
And she looks the same, which is incredible.
Do you think that's true? Do you think she had... That was going to be a question I had later on in the movie, and I'll point out some things. I think she had a nose job. I'm not joking.
All right. We'll go back to that.
We'll circle back around. Yeah. Mark Holton as Ozzy. You know him best from Pee-wee's Adventure and A League of Their Own. He was in both of those flicks.
That's all I could think about was Pee-wee's Adventure. That's all I could think about.
Yeah, the bad kid, right?
Stole his bike,
right. He plays kind of the simpleton Ozzy, and I don't know, dude. It's kind of borderline offensive, but I guess we'll get there soon, too. It also stars Ken Oland as Nathan, and he is known for a movie that we're going to review next week, which I don't want to get too far into, but April Fool's Day is one of the movies that he stars in. He also stars in some Star Trek stuff, Next Generation type stuff. I think he was supposed to be a big actor, and it just never transpired for the man, probably because of all that feathery hair that he had on his head. I don't know. He's kind of a lukewarm actor in this one. I don't know if he was just phoning it in or what, but he kind of come off as wooden to me.
Or he's just a bad actor.
He could be just, you know what? God damn it, if you ain't right. He could be just a bad actor. Maybe that's why it never came through. The film was put together in Simi Valley, California, but it was based in North Dakota. So I don't know how these two things are similar, but that's what they went with.
I believe we went to North Dakota, we drove through one time, and there's a lot of nothing. So, I mean, this taking place in kind of the middle of nowhere.
Vast nothingness.
Yeah, it's a flyover state for a reason. There's not a lot to it, North Dakota. Although North Dakota and California are nowhere close to each other and don't really resemble each other either. But
F in the chat for North Dakota.
I just killed them. The kill count, speaking of which, how many people died in this movie, Tombstone Tom?
God damn it. Why do I keep forgetting to keep track of this? I'm going to say 5.
5. It's a good guess. Allie?
I'll go 7.
7. The kill count of the movie is 4.
Ooh, okay. All right, I was close.
The budget for the movie was $900,000, which is kind of modest.
Yeah.
Even back then, I think that's a pretty fucking bare bones budget.
I'm sorry, repeat that number again?
$900,000.
That was probably most of Warwick Davis's makeup.
Probably so, and a lot of his salary, too, I think probably had... Because they didn't pay shit for Jennifer Aniston.
I'm sorry, you mean George Lucas's salary?
Yeah, that's right. Because so he's got to get a kickback. George Lucas is like the mafia, fuck you, pay me sort of thing. I'll lend you out my actor, sure, but I need to see some vig on the back end. The worldwide gross. How much did this movie make, Tom?
So it was a January release, like you said.
Correct.
I'm going to say, and I'm going to lowball it, $5 million.
$5 million. Not a terrible guess. What do you think, Allie?
I was going to go lower. I was going to say 2.
The worldwide gross for this movie is estimated, of course, because we don't do exact around here. $8.5 million.
Oh, that's a hit.
That's a hit. Indeed, it is, and also needs to be mentioned. The film grossed. That's in the box office now. The film grossed nearly $15 million in additional sales on VHS and DVD formats, thanks to the worldwide recognition of Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this then, I mean, Trimark, Lionsgate, whoever the fuck owns this, is like frothing at the mouth to make more Leprechaun, right?
Oh, and they did, unfortunately.
Oh, and they did.
But they don't have Jennifer Aniston in the rest of them.
No, they don't. And she almost doesn't even recognize the fact that she's in the movie either. And we'll get into that in a little bit, because Warwick Davis is not too pleased with that shit. So they made Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun Goes to Space, Leprechaun in the Hood.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Leprechaun Back to the Hood.
There was another one.
There was another one. Then they did Leprechaun Origins, which is, it's bad when the WWE is making movies based on your franchise.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
No, stop. No.
I think they put the small person Hornswoggle in the movie as the Leprechaun. So
who was the protagonist? John Cena, Roman Reigns,
anyone available of the WWE roster at the time, I'm sure was the protagonist, or some super super duper attractive girl that they can sign for $0 to run around, which is really a winning formula for all horror movies, honestly, because they make tons of money. Warwick Davis. Did you know that not even the Leprechaun is Irish? Warwick Davis is English, not Irish.
Wow.
Yeah. 100% English.
What blasphemy.
What fresh hell is this? During the filming, Jennifer Aniston and Warwick Davis got along very well and had good chemistry off camera, and Jennifer Aniston was happy to work with Warwick, but both have a tense relationship every time Aniston denigrates or denies the film's existence. In a television program, it's unnamed in this article that I have, Davis even said that Aniston's annoyance came from seeing the movie and seeing herself without so many facial surgeries. So maybe that's where I'm getting
brutal.
That from.
Wow.
Some bad blood.
But she's so young. Like, she's still so hot. It's so sad.
Like, yeah, like how young was she? What was her age in the movie?
She was 23.
Damn. Okay.
23 years old and looks every bit of it, too. She's at the very, very front end of her career.
She's kind of baby-faced. Like, I would have thought she was even younger.
I don't disagree with that. I think in the movie she's supposed to be playing...
Yeah,
I was 18-year-old.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh my gosh, she might be like 20, 21.
Right. So Warwick Davis repeatedly accused Aniston of denying the film's existence. Aniston replied to Davis that she considered The Leprechaun her first film success, but the beginnings as an actress, she'd kind of embarrassed her and apologized for ghosting him for the film. So it's a little bit of a Davis-Aniston feud. I mean, everybody kind of got their start a little bit in movies that they didn't really care for. I guess even the guys at work were telling me that Sly Stallone starred in a softcore porn movie in the 70s prior to making Rocky. I don't know if that's true or not, but
that is true.
That's how he got the name the Italian Stallion, right?
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's what they said, at least. So, with that being said, if you're Sly Stallone, you don't really want to talk about the beginnings of your career being a softcore porn star. Things could have been a lot worse for Jen Aniston. I
thought that was the stereotype of all famous people, is that they all start with some type of porn background.
Or of really, maybe she is, but maybe even beyond that, a really, really sort of, if you're a serious actor, which I don't even know that she is because she plays in comedies, but if you take yourself seriously as an actor or an actress, a not so great horror movie is probably not the first thing you want to talk about in every interview. I mean, Kevin Bacon did Friday the 13th, right? The first movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these scenarios where very serious actors that are now go on to do great things, very accomplished things, they've got a few stinkers in their closet, man. And you know what? I don't consider Friday the 13th to be a stinker. And this movie, maybe easy come, easy go. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I don't know that we should be denying that the film even fucking exists out of embarrassment. But then again, I don't have these problems because I'm just a regular guy over here living my regular life.
Talking about these stinkers.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about these stinky movies.
Part of your past. I don't know.
It's better if you lean into it, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at here.
Yeah, that's what this generation's about. Lean into the cringe.
Right. See? We could learn something from that younger generation.
Cringe AF.
Cringe AF. When casting Jennifer Aniston, she almost did not get the role, as executives wanted a blonde Valley girl, which I thought she kind of came off as a blonde Valley girl, right?
I agree. She played that good.
Yeah. Director Mark Davis recognized that Aniston had star power at the moment that he saw the audition, and that he tried to fight to get her the part. Eventually, they agreed to cast her. Jones said that it was she was charming and easy to work with. Warwick Davis said that she had a lot of ambition and knew that she would be a breakout star one day. This is her feature film debut. So 1 year later, she would become a household name as part of an ensemble cast of Friends in 1994. So what do you say we get into this movie, y'all?
Let's go.
Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm ready to roll.
Woo!
Woo! Okay. Let's get it going.
Our St. Patrick's Day special. Leprechaun.
Leprechaun, right.
Have your corned beef ready, folks.
The movie starts with the leprechaun walking down kind of a spiral staircase. Pets his gold, he loves the smell, and he says a little limerick about his gold and how no one can steal it and so on and so forth. What do we think about instant reaction? What's the leprechaun look like? What were your thoughts on the leprechaun himself, Tom?
Not how I usually envision a leprechaun.
What's the differences?
Usually a lot shorter, like tinier, like almost like, like like a doll almost.
So even smaller.
Yeah, they're usually very like fairies almost.
No shit. See, now, that's not... It shows how much I fucking know. I really thought that this was the appropriate size.
No.
Wow. Okay, so right off the bat, a little bit too big of a leprechaun for our taste.
And they don't look that ugly.
Ugly as hell, right? Allie, what'd you think about the makeup?
Yeah, definitely more ugly than I would think a leprechaun would be. And I kind of agree with Tom on the size. I didn't know they were, like, as small as a fairy. I guess when you think about it, like, elementary school, and they'd be like, oh, a leprechaun came, they would do, like, those little tiny, like Tom said, like a fairy size. But, yeah, I didn't even think about that watching. I thought they could kind of... They're supposed to be magic, right? So I thought they could maybe change sizes and maybe be as big as, like, maybe a large teddy bear to fairy size.
I don't know anything about it. Honestly, from my experience, I thought they were all Warwick Davis size. No joke. No. Maybe that's because
Tinkerbell size.
Tinkerbell size? Okay. Speaking of how ugly he is, applying the leprechaun makeup took 3 hours.
Damn.
And taking off the makeup took another 40 minutes. So Davis described the experience as not a pleasant sensation. He had to sit in that makeup chair a long time, and let me tell you what, I think it's worth it because, okay, so you're trying to do a horror movie, right? And you got to get some sort of a kind of a repulsion from this little guy who's running around trying to kill you. I think the makeup looks pretty decent. If it's one of the things that I think is a bonus of this movie, is the effects.
The makeup effects were very well done.
Very, very ugly.
Do you know how many days they recorded?
I don't.
Because, yeah, that would suck 3 hours of makeup every day you're recording. And then I'm surprised he would do so many sequels if it's taking that long every movie he's recording. So
yum, money.
A short record time just because that's a lot of makeup every day.
His boots on the ground, pun intended, was, I guess... I couldn't imagine this movie took very long to make.
That's what I think.
And I think probably if you isolate his solo stuff, like his solo scenes, and then like... Because as the films drag on, he's not doing any of his own stunts. So like anytime the leprechaun's getting punched or hit or blown up or shot with a shotgun or any of the things, that's not Warwick Davis. He's literally just the face, right? So...
I just looked it up real quick. It said approximately 3 weeks to record, so that's not too bad.
Not too shabby. About a month to get it.
3 weeks for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Pretty quick turnaround.
Wow.
Yeah, and it kind of shows. So we've got Danny O'Grady. It pulls up in his limousine, steps out of his fancy schmancy car, drinking a bottle of J-Mo. Tom, when you did drink, if you did ever drink, was it Jameson, Bushmills? What was it? What was going on there?
I can't. I know there's a thing. I think Jameson is the Protestant whiskey and Bushmills is the Catholic.
think you're right. Or is it vice versa? I can't remember if it's Bushmills versus Jameson.
I'm looking it up right now. Hold on.
I think it's Jameson is the Catholic, but I might be wrong.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's Bushmills is Northern Ireland and Jameson's the Republic of Ireland.
Right. So that means Jameson is the Catholic and the Bushmills is the Protestant. And they take this shit like they recoil at the fact that, Bushmill.
Yeah, I had never even heard of that brand. Like, I was a bartender. We served Jameson. My Irish family, like the Hogan family, they are Catholic. We all drink Jameson. Like, we'll do
so I was about to say, like, that's the predominant whiskey that you find in bars.
I've never even heard Bushmills, you guys are saying?
Well, it's actually come to pretty big popularity now.
Well, I'm just saying, personally, my family, we drink Jameson, and then what I've seen as a bartender, it was always Jameson.
But I guess that goes to show, like, okay, Irish Catholics immigrated here, and that's what they brought.
Yeah,
so.
That's right. He's highfalutin right now, this Danny O'Grady. He's got a suit that I would consider this to be ill-fitting. This thing is hanging off of him. It's off the rack, I guess. It's very baggy. And he is basically saying to his wife, who I don't know if we ever get her name, we're leaving this dump. We're millionaires. We're out of here. I'm rich. And she's like, in a very, very thick Irish brogue, what are you talking about?
Very thick. Reminding me of my grandmother.
Right. She's got like the whole setup, right? She's wearing the apron. She's got the bun in her hair.
She's like all my selfie aunts.
Yeah. She's like basically...
I'll make you a pot of tea.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's exactly what she says. So he has traveled to, my assumption is Ireland, to bury his mom. And a package came in the mail. And she says, I thought you went to Ireland to bury your mom, not to have her sent back over. And he breaks the urn. And in the urn is a bag of coin, of gold. So he says that he captured a leprechaun and forced him to show him where the pot of gold was. How the fuck did he capture the leprechaun initially? That's my question.
The story for another time.
I guess so. Maybe we get it in the sequels. I doubt it, but maybe.
Leprechaun origins.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the story of Danny O'Grady. I doubt it, but all right. It probably origins like back hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago. This movie is filled with one-liners that typically is the leprechaun is the one saying it. It's also filled with like little limericks and poems and stuff that either it's again mostly Warwick Davis is saying it. Mostly the leprechaun is like speaking in a child's voice to get you to do something that he wants, or very like creepy. Running around being all clever and coy saying a poem. Very, very stereotypical, I guess. Is any of this offensive to Tombstone Tom? Are you offended in any of this? Or are you celebrating your Irishness in this movie?
I'm just looking at it like, like, all right. This is where we're going with it. Are you like the horse on
Ren and Stimpy? Do you not like that?
I don't like this.
Well, it's an often parodied culture, right? So you got like the idea of the fighting Irish and the Notre Dame, and they're always drunk and they're always fighting. It's a stereotytype, right? Does any of that
we sail around ships and we fight around the world, yeah.
It's pretty accurate, the stereotype.
Is that true? All right.
What the?
Me not having a dog in the fight, I'm genuinely asking, does that stereotype piss you off, or is it something you embrace?
I mean, I don't embrace it, but, I mean, stereotypes are for a reason, I guess.
Right. I guess people act this way, and then everybody has to suffer the consequences. Like, not every Italian guy is a mobster.
Right.
But I really do enjoy pasta, so I don't know.
You love a good chicken parm.
You're goddamn Skippy, I do.
But, like, being from the Boston area. Like, I grew up in Plymouth, but when I went to college, I was living in the Boston area, and I used to bartend at this little Irish bar named Callahan's.
The bar.
And the people were all 100% Irish, like Irish owned. I was definitely the least Irish person in this place. Everyone was straight from the motherland, and they were just like coming over, you know, they'd stay on their visa and then they'd go back home and, you know, just keep doing that their whole time. And there were nights that the owner would call me and be like, you're 18, you're 19, you're bartending for us. You can't come in tonight. You cannot handle this crowd. They are going to be fighting. They're going to be rowdy. They're going to be loud. Like, we don't want you to get hurt. Please stay home. Do not come to your shift. So, like, I don't know. Stuff would get wild. I was actually going to school for funeral directing, and one night I went to open, like, the next day, and the owner goes, hey, we got someone in the back for you. And I thought he was just joking around. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he, like, brought me to the men's room and opened the door, and he showed me a guy that was passed out next to the toilet who had slept there all night. Like, the owner just locked this guy in the bathroom.
Wow.
For the night, and he was still passed out, like, probably 11 or noon. I'm coming in for my morning shift, and this guy is still passed out. So he's like, hey, I got a stiff one for you back here. And I'm like, oh my God, like, are we just leaving this guy here for my shift today, or is someone going to come get him?
I think that might be criminal negligence.
That sounds like kidnapping.
I don't know what happened to that guy. Like, I don't remember him waking up during my shift.
He's still there to this day.
Yeah, he probably...
I think he had alcohol poisoning and he needed a fucking doctor, is what I think happened.
It's probably why they told me not to come back, because something illegal probably went down.
Yeah, most likely.
So I'm just saying, the stereotype of them fighting and, you know, just getting a little too wild.
I think you might want to lay low for a little while, Afterlife Allie.
I think,
you're probably accessory to murder.
Bill, I think you want to scrub that story.
It's staying in.
I think, like, Europeans, like, you know, you get the hooligan aspect.
Right.
But that's a British thing, but I'm sure if you mix some Irish guys in there, fists are going to fly.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. And you know what? I don't give a shit what culture you are in. If you drink enough alcohol, fists are going to fly. And that's just the way that works. So, she does put on a pot of tea, Miss O'Grady, does she? And she's going to hear, out in her living room, coming from a suitcase, a nursery rhyme coming from a young person's voice from Danny's suitcase coming back from the motherland. It's Mary had a little lamb, her fleece was white as snow. So if you heard a nursery rhyme coming from a suitcase and it was asking you to open it, please let me out, please open the suitcase, would you do it or no?
I'd go get my husband.
I would set that on fire.
I'd be like, what's in your suitcase, dude? It's singing to me.
It's really, it begs the question, does the leprechaun need to be, like, invited in? Is it like you need to open the door for the leprechaun to come in? Because he does this multiple times.
I think it has powers of enchantment.
Right. So he's like luring her into allowing him in?
Yeah, basically like puts you in a trance.
Well, the trance works, and she opens it up, and he immediately jumps out, scares the shit out of her. Down the stairs Miss O'Grady goes. Moment of silence. She snapped her neck on the way down. That's a very fast death. That is, we're still in the credits, folks, and she is down to the count.
There's number one.
That's number one. Allie's going to keep score. We're not out of that credit sequence, and she is a goner. Not much to say about her. She seemed like a nice lady, but I guess there wasn't enough room on the cast for her because she's gone. Obviously, to see a leprechaun standing in his fucking living room, his first reaction is, how did you find me? He's holding the pots of tea and everything for Danny to consume, and eventually he sits down and has himself a pot of tea.
How hot was this pot of tea, by the way?
What is that?
How hot was that pot of tea? Did you see the steam coming off that?
Scalding fucking hot. There was a lot of steam coming out of them pots. So Danny's first reaction is to go get his gun, and this gun is fucking unique. It's an old break-action revolver. We don't see these very often. It like breaks open to load it instead of the cylinder going to the right or the left. It's very, very strange. And he also comes equipped with his 4-leaf clover. He's obviously a prepared man. He must have known that this leprechaun was not just going to allow an ocean to stand in his way. He was going to want his gold back. Do you think he prepped? He must have prepped this whole thing, right? I mean, you don't just have 4-leaf clovers just sitting around waiting. Not very often, at least.
Yeah, no, and apparently that's part of the lore, which I did not know. A 4-leaf clover can negate a leprechaun's powers.
That is so strange. I'd love to know more about that.
I definitely want to dive deeper.
Yeah, the 4-leaf clover thing is because they're rare. I'm guessing that's because it's like anybody can get a 3-leaf clover, but a 4-leaf clover is like a specific thing. Who the fuck knew? So he presents the 4-leaf clover with the pistol, shoots the friggin' leprechaun. Leprechaun goes down for the count. The leprechaun is far more afraid of the 4-leaf clover than he is the pistol, because he's like, put that thing away! He's like all freaked out. The leprechaun bolts, goes down into the basement, and Danny follows with the gun. He kind of impersonates the wife.
Ooh, I hate this. The different voices is so creepy.
Yeah, he does this multiple times through the movie. He's standing behind the corpse and shaking her head around she's the one talking.
Puppeting her. So creepy.
Yeah, very, very gross looking. Danny basically says, you can't have the gold. I'm going to keep it. Shoots the leprechaun some more in conjunction with the 4-leaf clover. This kind of subdues the leprechaun. And this leads me to my next question. He grabs the leprechaun, dumps the fucking unconscious, bullet-riddled body into a crate that he has downstairs in his basement, and decides he's going to seal up the crate. Who the fuck just has a giant wooden crate in their basement?
That's a good
This man, apparently.
What the fuck? Why would he have that?
Maybe they shipped some stuff from Ireland, and that's the only...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe so. Well, the 4-leaf clover is powerful enough that he puts it on the crate, and it kind of, I guess, neutralizes the effect that the leprechaun has, the magic powers that the leprechaun has, while Danny decides to nail the crate shut. And while he's nailing this crate shut, I just want to point out that he's sweating so much that even his hands are sweating. This is how you know. This is how you know he is not doing so great physically. He did just pound an entire bottle of.
He's about to go down.
It's about to go down. It's about to come up. Dumping gas on the crate. The whole time, the leprechaun is basically belittling Danny. I'm not going to let you burn me with the fuel or whatever. And he's like, you might want to slow down. Your heart's not what it used to be. You're not young anymore. Danny goes and gets the match, lights the match, and in the process of getting all of this, he's basically having a heart attack, would be my assumption. He's basically being crippled, and the leprechaun is laughing in the background, taunting him the entire time. He lights it. He says, I'm going to blow you up, you little green bastard. And then, the leprechaun, blows the match out. Danny falls down. We don't know if Danny's alive or dead, but we know the leprechaun is stuck in that crate for the time being, at least. And that is the opening to the movie. As far as openings to the movie, why would he want to burn the crate? Would that have killed the leprechaun? Is there something to this thing where leprechauns don't like fire?
So if he set the leprechaun on fire with the 4-leaf clover there, that would neutralize the leprechaun, because the leprechaun would have been weakened.
But my thing is this. If you burn the crate and the leprechaun is in it, wouldn't the 4-leaf clover burn up too?
Yeah, that's my beef with that too, yeah.
I mean...
You would be destroying the 4-leaf clover that's supposed to be keeping.
So then the leprechaun would be okay, right? Because now he's magic again?
He can escape.
I guess. I don't know. Based on this fucking weird rule world that we're kind of putting together.
It's not that kind of movie, guys.
I'm not supposed to get that deep into it, I guess. I don't know.
Tom, have you ever found a 4-leaf clover? Have either of you guys ever found?
No, I have not, unfortunately. I've always looked, never found.
Me too. All right, we got to search like this summer or something.
My grandmother used to have a photo album that had a 4-leaf clover in it, though. And
not yours.
It's not mine, no. But it doesn't change the fact that I could defeat a leprechaun.
Yeah, asked to inherit that.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess so. As far as openings go, Allie, what did you think about the opening? Is it compelling? Does it get you sucked into the movie? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm concerned, like, what happened to O'Grady. I don't know what's going to happen to the Leprechaun.
Right.
So, here we go. I want to know what's going on.
Well, the credit sequence finally ended. It took a lot of people to make this movie. Tom, what did you feel about the opening sequence? Any good? Are you jazzed? What?
My poor culture.
My poor culture. Ow, my culture. I guess
emotional damage.
Are you triggered by that scene?
No, but I'm just like, oh boy, we're in for a ride. Here we go.
Oh yeah, and we are in for a ride. Absolutely. The movie now picks up apparently 10 years later. 10 years down the road, we've got a sprawling countryside. It looks like California. Doesn't much look like North Dakota to me, but we're in an old school Jeep Wrangler. How cool is that Wrangler too, by the way?
Yeah, I like that.
It's a sick Wrangler. That's probably where my love of Jeeps came from originally.
Yeah, probably on some sort of subconscious level. I think you're dead on. I love Wranglers, and this one is pretty badass. Although they're just fucking raw dogging it with no top. I kind of have an issue with that, just based on like if it starts raining, you're completely fucked.
You never raw dogged with your Jeep, Bill?
I did, but I didn't drive across the country. They're talking about coming from L.A. to North Dakota.
I always remember that time I was in your Jeep going across the bridge. It was very windy, and it was very bad.
You didn't like it? You didn't like it? Doors off?
We were feeling that wind, man. That Jeep was rocking.
It was a good day. We've got a daughter-father combo here. Driving up Tori and the dad, who I don't know his name. I'm negligent. I don't have this guy's name. He's only in the movie for about a cup of tea. First reaction on Jennifer Aniston, is that nose a post-nose job nose? What do you think?
She admitted in 2007
I don't know.
that she got a deviated septum fixed. And sometimes when they're in there, they can do some more work. But that's 2007. I think she got something done way before 2007.
Does this nose look different from what you're used to seeing?
Yeah, like looking at pictures as comparison.
It's a little different.
It looks a little different.
A little bit.
Our nose always is growing with us, though. Like, it could have changed naturally, but probably not.
Probably not. She's a very attractive girl, Tom. What do you think about the first reaction on Jennifer Aniston, her first time in a starring role?
Yeah, this is a very good-looking woman. Yes,
very good-looking woman. Destined for greatness, maybe.
I would think so.
She's very attractive. Very. I think she's very clearly the best actress or actor of the movie too.
Yeah, she has and had the chops. Like she carried the movie.
She does. I mean, strictly on acting, the fucking source material is horrendous. So keeping all those things into consideration, I think she does a really freaking pretty damn bang up job. The dad and the daughter are going to move to North Dakota from sunny California. Why? I have no fucking clue. He got a real deal on a very unbrand new house. The old O'Grady farm was up for sale, and he got it for a song, and it looks like nobody. It looks like frozen in time. It looks like no one has been in this house since the day of the battle of the Leprechaun.
Imagine the wasps. Built nests there.
Cobwebs, spiders, giant tarantulas even.
That are not indigenous to the North Dakota area.
There you have it.
Leprechaun magic.
It's his only friend he's had for these 10 years.
So, right off the bat, Tori is very unhappy to be here.
and she's not wanting to live in a house that is as fucked up as it is. She just, I mean, you know, if you clean this deal up, it might actually be a nice house. The O'Grady family has left all of their shit behind, though. I'm talking food in the cupboards. The basement is packed with stuff, including a leprechaun.
It's like a foreclosure.
It's like a foreclosure, yeah. Everything is still there.
As is.
As is, exactly. So Tori hates the house. It's gross. It's dusty. They're playing up the Valley Girl thing, I think, is that what they're trying to drive home. She's kind of a well-to-do girl. She's used to her modern conveniences. This portrayal of a girl would be probably every fucking girl on Earth now, although back in the day, this was a little bit, like, extreme, right? At least that's the way I saw it when I was a younger guy. Like, how prissy is this girl is what the way I remember this coming off as.
The way I kind of took it was like the mom's still in LA. Like, this seems like a girl who's going to stay with her dad for the summer. And because she's saying, I'm going to go get a hotel. Like,
right.
If they're...
So she's not going to live here, I guess, right?
It doesn't seem like
this
that
is the poor neighbor's house, right?
On her way out of the house, she's intending to call a hotel. She runs into a dude with a cut-off shirt who's kind of on a muscular side with the feathery 80s-style hair, drops paint thinner all over the place, and then tries to pay him $20. What? How about saying I'm sorry is what he says to her as she tries to pay him more than $20 to correct the wrong that she just did. Number one, do you just pay people you bump into? And number two, she's not startled at all that there's a fucking person out in her front yard. There was no talk of a painter showing up.
Well, we don't know what they talked about in the car.
I guess, but the audience doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
I wish I had bump into you money to just, oh, sorry, make my problems go away. Here's $20.
I don't think I could be a billionaire and I don't think I would have bumped into you.
And what, that's like 50, 60 in today's monies?
Like inflation, yeah, probably.
But I'm a say sorry person, though. So if I bumped into someone, I would say sorry. And then it's like, if she felt bad, the paint spilled or paint thinner, whatever he was working with, then you could be like, here's money if you need to go buy more of what I just spilled on you. That's the way I interpreted why she's giving him money.
3 Guys Who Paint is the company, I guess, that the dad hired to spruce up the old O'Grady farmhouse. We've got Nathan, you got Ozzy, and you've got Alex. She immediately, Nathan is the heartthrob kind of guy who she's immediately trying to impress by reversing her entire stance on what she has said the entire movie up to this point of I hate this house. She tries to show him how strong she is by staying in the house. Complete reversal on her other opinion. She said, did I miss my 1950s calendar somewhere around here? This is the 90s, bud. Women are treated equal. So, is she trying to impress this guy because she likes him? Or she just met him 18 seconds ago. Why would she want to... What is happening here? What the fuck is going on here?
She saw the muscles.
Yeah, I feel like the attraction is like she's getting some pushback, and then she kind of does like a double take. Like if he's intriguing to her now instead of just like some guy who took the $20 and then like she continues on her way. Him like stopping her, and it's like, okay, it's like cat and mouse. Like, okay, now I'll bite. Now I'll see what this guy's about. I don't know.
It's very nice to see interactions like this because typically with me, it's the opposite. They run away.
Do you ever get $20 though?
Never. Usually I get a fine from the court.
I get a cease and desist.
I get too many people talking to me, and I want to be left alone. I wish I didn't have like a friendly face that people are like starting small talk. I'm like, okay, I gotta run now, but I'm trying not to be a rude bitch. But I also want to be like, don't talk to me. Bill is lucky that he has the resting bitch face, and nobody talks to him.
That's right. I just keep it pushing. I don't really look. I don't look for conversation, so I don't get any.
Either.
Yeah.
They just come talk to me.
Yeah, you're out there making eye contact and smiling. I'm out there pushing through to get to my final destination, throwing bows and not engaging with anyone.
As a woman, for like a defense mechanism, you're told to make eye contact. Mm-hmm. So like if someone is an attacker, it's like you're looking them in the eye and you're like, I'm looking at you and if you hurt me, I can identify your face or something. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to...
So I don't want to make eye contact.
We're going to identify Ozzy and Alex, who are around the corner setting up the paint job. What the fuck is the relationship here between Ozzy and Alex and Nathan? Is Nathan Alex's brother?
That's what I think.
I guess. So then what's the nature of Ozzy and Alex's relationship?
I think he's just like a family friend that was thrown into the little group.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like the me.
He's the you?
Yeah, with startled Stassos' family. I'm just sometimes there.
Tom. There's no fucking way you're the Ozzy of any fucking situation, man. You're far too intelligent to be the Ozzy in any situation.
That's what I was going to say. I think
but I was about to say that too. But not as low IQ.
Yeah, not as anything. This guy is a gigantic oaf who is I guess Alex Jones before there was Alex Jones. He's like a conspiracy theorist, and he's talking about how there's aliens, and he saw a UFO, and there's Sasquatch out in the woods, and I don't think any of this resembles you at all. There's absolutely no resemblance.
I mean, I'm just saying, why is he there? Who is this guy? It's I don't know. He's just a family friend. He's just helping out.
Just a family friend. I feel like we all have. It'd be like Uncle Shine or something. There's just that guy who's friends with the family, and you're friends with them since you're a little kid.
Let me break it to you
down. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Let me break it to you guys like this. Let me break it down. Alex is about what? What do you think? He's 14 years old? 15?
Maybe, possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
He's 10.
Okay. So let's say he's 10. A 10-year-old hanging out with Ozzy. This is normal?
It's family friend, and you're.
Are you Chris Hansen?
Your older brother's there with you.
So why did you buy Alex a six of Zima? So what?
That's I like that.
So 3 guys who paint. I don't understand their relationship. I don't really get the dynamic. Alex is a mean kid who's over-intelligent. Ozzy's the idiot oaf who gets bullied around by the 10-year-old. I don't know.
I've seen this dynamic. So
You've seen this dynamic?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Do tell.
Christ. All
We've
right.
had tons of family friends where it was kind of like this scenario.
Like this?
Yeah.
This is fucking bizarre. All right. Well, they're setting up and they're going to go paint. All right. Great. Wonderful.
We're painting now.
Tori is going to offer Nathan a peace offering with, I guess, what looks like Kool-Aid on a tray. She's going to bring this down into the dusty basement to look for Nathan. A drop cloth falls on Tori. The fucking Kool-Aid spills everywhere, including the crate, which wakes up the leprechaun. Okay, the leprechaun gets Kool-Aid to the face.
Oh boy, he's back. Remember him?
Wakey. Down the stairs, what I noticed was a fashion of the time. In the 90s, there was this shoe company called LA Gear, and their big thing was very high-top sneakers and all this other stuff for females typically. 2 sets of shoelaces on each shoe. Remember that fad, Tom? Do you remember any of that?
Vaguely?
Yeah. This was a thing that didn't last very long, but Tori's got all the coolest stuff because she's from the highfalutin state of California. They decide they're going to open up a crate, and they're going to grab a hammer and try and grab the thing open. This is where they hear Ozzy, I guess, fall and get awful blue paint all over him. I've got so many fucking questions here. So, why were drop cloths in the basement, I guess? That put that one to a side. Why is this an effective jump scare at all? This drop cloth dropping on Jennifer Aniston, is this a good scare? It sucks.
No, yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Terrible. I don't know. So far, we're not off to a good fucking start here. We go back up to Dumb and Dumber, who have paint all over Ozzy now. This blue paint that they're using on the house, is this fucking serious? Is this for real?
Yeah, it's very blue. I don't like that.
Very ugly.
It's not a good blue.
With the red shutters, they're doing bright red shutters.
Right, I had questions.
The color scheme is blowing my fucking mind.
They want to stand out.
They're gonna stand out, all right. So Ozzy spilt the paint all over himself. He goes to the bathroom to clean himself up. And when he's done cleaning himself up, he hears, coming from the basement, a child's voice singing. And so he goes downstairs to investigate. And while he's saying, I'm going to get you out, he knocks the 4-leaf clover off of the crate, allowing the leprechaun now to move around the world free. He bursts through, punches through that crate like it's fucking nothing. And now he's out there. It's been 10 years, and he needs his pot of gold. He eats a cricket real quick and says his powers are weak. Is the origin of his power is the gold? Or is it just because he's been in that crate for 10 years?
I was interpreting it as the gold gave him power.
Yeah, it's the gold, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. Ozzy freaks out, runs back upstairs to tell all of his buddies, his little cohort there, 3 guys that paint plus Tori, that he saw what he believes to be a leprechaun downstairs, and nobody believes him because Ozzy is Ozzy, right? Because he's kind of a dope. I used to think Alex was pretty cool as a kid. When I was watching this as a young person, I used to think he was like the coolest, like slick, young kid who's like bossing everybody around and was kind of like using big words and super intelligent and stuff. I look at it now with my adult eyes. Man, that kid is a fucking douchebag. I swear to you. Fuck Alex. That's what I say. That's my takeaway.
He's giving dick vibes.
For sure. Nathan grabs the wimpiest looking stick to go investigate Ozzy's claim. He says, don't go down there, don't go down there. The leprechaun threatened to bite off my ear and the whole fucking thing. So we're going to go investigate, of course, all of us. We're all going to go downstairs into the basement again to investigate.
Yeah, because Jennifer Aniston's glued to this guy. Like,
right.
Since they met, she has not given him, 5 feet of space.
Right. She's all about this fucking Nathan guy now. All right. Is Nathan's hair 1982 or 1992? What the fuck is going on with Nathan's hair?
Yes.
I don't remember a lot of people running around with feathery hair like this.
I was born in 94. I feel like in my baby pictures, my father looked...
He had the feathery hair. I guess, what was the Joey Lawrence? Did that guy have feathery hair? Whoa, that guy. I think he had, he was a heartthrob. I think Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement had feathery hair, too. Maybe I'm just fucking off, but... I thought it was an 80s thing. But...
Are you just jealous of the hair, Bill?
Of course, especially now.
It looks good.
Yeah. Well, they go downstairs and the investigation leads to a quote-unquote jump scare with a rat in the basement, no leprechaun. So we don't know where the leprechaun is. He probably fucking teleported somewhere else because that's what leprechauns can do. We later find out.
Damn leprechaun magic.
Yeah, it's it's simultaneously defined and not defined. He can do shit that we... all of a sudden he's just doing shit that I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know he could do that. But also defined, he can, close doors and move objects and stuff. He can appear anywhere, which I assume that a leprechaun could always do. But he also does other shit that I'm like, I didn't know he could mime fucking voices and stuff. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
So, is this jump scare with the rat, is this any good, or does this suck, too? I think this sucks.
Yeah, meh.
I think this sucks. Okay.
We're just man along here.
Yeah, we're like little sheep, mang right along. So, the rainbow appears. The whole hee-haw gang goes upstairs. They're done here. Oh, there's no leprechaun. Ozzy's an idiot. They go upstairs.
Poor Ozzy.
Poor Ozzy. When will he win?
F in the chat for Ozzy.
Not yet. So...
Just because.
Just for his dignity.
Exactly.
A rainbow appears outside when they come outside of the house. And Ozzy's all about finding the end of the rainbow because there's a pot of gold at the end of it. And Alex is like, you're embarrassing me.
The fakest rainbow ever.
Yo, no joke. I was just going to say, is this rainbow realistic? Knowing what the answer would be. So they're going to go. They're going to run. Ozzy's going to run. And Alex will follow. The end of the rainbow actually leads to an old rusty pickup truck. otherwise known as a hornet's nest. This fucking thing has been there for 10 years. They're going to immediately jump inside of it. That is, like, doomed to get stung to death. But
admission here, I have literally, when I was younger, I have tried to chase the end of a rainbow before.
And?
Obviously, I got nowhere.
Okay. Well, but did you, like... Where was this, Tom? This is in your childhood home? Or
yes. Yes, childhood home, yeah.
And were you on your own, or were you with friends or family?
No, I was on my own. Just, as young kids at our age did, you just go in the backyard and play.
Yeah. And trying to find that rainbow led you to nowhere.
Led me nowhere because, obviously when you go under the rainbow, it freaking disappears.
Yeah, that's right. And no gold for you. No soup for you. Well, Ozzy and Alex get to their end of the rainbow, and initially what Ozzy finds is one piece of gold, and then an additional bag of gold after the two struggle with it in a fucking comic relief session. They get into the cab of the truck, and Alex finds a whole sack of gold. It, teleports in, which I don't really fully understand, but I guess it's magic sack of gold, right? So it appears behind the back seat. Alex takes the bag. Ozzy takes the one. We're going to keep this a secret because we know how adults get with money. They're just going to take it. How do you test if it's real gold? You bite it, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, yes.
Well, Ozzy tries to bite it and swallows an entire piece of gold.
How does bite go to swallow?
Exactly.
That's okay. Yes.
How is your throat hole that big for that coin?
How did he choke to death? What in the world? So Ozzy is not only kind of a simple guy, but he's also like a fucking Rottweiler. I don't understand how that happens, but
just inhales it.
Completely ridiculous.
Which will obviously play in later in the movie. Which, you know what? I remember being a young person watching this movie and thinking, like, what a strange thing to happen. And then later on in the movie going, oh. Looking at it now, I'm watching it knowing where we're going anyway, and I'm like, how fucking dumb is that for a vehicle to get where we're going? Like, what?
What an idiot.
Like, I wanted to defend Ozzy, but what an idiot.
Stupid.
So Alex tells Ozzy he can get an operation to make him smart and to fix his brain.
Yes, because that is totally possible. Yes.
Huh?
Everyone's stupid in this movie. Stupid.
So offensive.
That's like the most offensive shit I've ever heard in my life.
And he's so sad. Poor Ozzy. He's like, they make fun of me behind my back.
And he looks at the ground and like kicks the rocks and is like all sad. Meanwhile, who's really dumb? Because Alex left Ozzy with the whole sack of gold. I would be afraid to eat the whole fucking thing.
I know. I'll hold that, Ozzy.
Don't go swallowing any more gold pieces, you big dumb idiot. We're going to go back to Nathan teaching Tori how to paint as if this is like, Mr. Miyagi and the fucking Karate Kid, wax on, wax off.
This is the worst paint job ever.
Yeah, and like he's the worst painter. They've got more paint on each other than they do on the fucking side of the building. I will make note that she has changed into the outfit that she's going to be using or wearing the rest of the movie. I will tell you guys this. These shorts that she is wearing are the ass-running shorts. And I'll explain that later, but this is what she has now.
Oh, yeah.
She has now changed into the shorts, because she's going to be doing a lot of running. So I guess that little
the
gesture
best
was
part of the movie. Woo!
Yeah, it's right at Leprechaun head length, so it's perfect.
The cameraman's going to be making a lot of use of these shorts.
You can say it's a true pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
You could say it's a true star of the film. You might even say that. Old dipshit Nathan is going to go find something. She's going to like refill the paint can. This job is going nowhere. They've been there for hours. They've painted approximately 2 square feet of this fucking giant house. She's going to fill up a paint can, and the leprechaun, for fucking whatever reason, is underneath of the truck where she's filling up the paint can and caressing her leg. And then she's like, oh, like it's Nathan somehow is doubled back around to like touch her leg. Like, why would Nathan be touching her leg? Like, why wouldn't she think this is an animal or something?
And this is a dude you just met, like, maybe an hour ago?
And she's like, oh, Nathan. Ugh. Like, what?
Why are you touching my leg?
Huh? Why
you wanted me to touch your leg?
Yeah.
Which that would be my response.
That's what he says. So she's like, oh, Nathan. And Nathan's behind her. It's not Nathan. When she realizes it's not Nathan who's touching her leg, the leprechaun, like, scratches her leg, like 3 fucking nail scratches. She goes down, grabs her leg, and then, like, the leprechaun scampers off. So the dad runs over. The daughter's hurt. I guess the fucking painter guy, who's now, like, the heartthrob, is, like, holding her leg. The dialogue that transpires here is the strangest shit in the whole movie. Not even a joke. How uncomfortable is this, right? It's, I'm hurt. Someone was rubbing my leg. And he goes, you want me to rub my leg? She's like, I thought it was Nathan. He's like, you want me to rub your leg? And then the dad, like, glances at Nathan like, what the fuck? I hired you to paint and now this is what you're doing?
Yeah, this is really weird.
And then she goes, I know what a man caresses my leg feels like.
This is the cringiest scene of the movie.
And then the dad is like, you do? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
This is one of those things where it's like you're at dinner with your girlfriend, and she's like, pass the salt, daddy. And the boyfriend reaches for the salt, and the father does at the same time.
Yeah. And then they touch hands, which is, even more fucking weird.
Like, what? Huh?
Wait, I'm really confused, and my heart hurts a little.
Ew.
Yeah.
So gross.
Yeah. It's really fucking weird.
Like, I've had kids now, and I don't want my family thinking that I've ever hooked up with anyone. Like, this is so creepy and cringy.
Yeah, exactly. And
it never happened. Never happened.
Yes.
I'm still innocent.
So even to make the situation even weirder / dumber, the dad hears a cat in the distance. And he goes to a tree and he says, oh, the cat's in the tree. Come here.
Kitty. Way too much. Like, what are you doing, bro? That's not how you get a cat.
I've never heard a cat come to kitty.
You just never stick your arm in a hole like this.
He puts his arm so deep into this, like, knot in the tree and gets his fucking hand chomped. And, like, he's missing an entire gouged out part of his hand, right? So then the camera peers back down the hole and it's the leprechaun licking his chops. Okay, so
in the most fakest whole shot ever. Like, that shot did not look right at all.
It didn't look fucking... Yeah, it looked like they shot it and then put, like, a filter around it or something. It was such a strange shot, man. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It's really weird.
He's not there. He's not even there. Like, he's not in that tree at all.
He should be like the size of a fairy, like Tom was saying earlier.
Right. But then he wouldn't be able to take that big of a bite. He would only nibble on his little hand. Point. It's all dumb, I think, is my main point.
That didn't stick out to me the first time I watched it, though. I was noting that in my head of how weird that scene.
The shot was fucking bad. And the whole hee-haw gang is now going to get in the 3 guys that paint truck. We're going to get the dad to the hospital. And the leprechaun scampers off to the barn, one of the outbuildings, and gets a tricycle to ride the tricycle in fast motion to tail the truck. Man. Why doesn't he just teleport? Why does he have to ride a tricycle?
It's about sending a message.
I don't even know what that means, but all right, we'll send a message. All right, so the leprechaun super fast drives a tricycle. I didn't know that was part of his power set, but it is. While the adults go to the hospital to deal with the dad's bite injury, Ozzy and Alex, the dynamic duo, if you will, they're going to go to get their coin, one of their gold pieces, appraised by a local pawn guy. It's Pawn Stars of North Dakota.
Best I can do is $5.
Best, yeah. This is worth $500, but the historical value is probably even more. Best I can do is $5. And
let me call my expert on Leprechaun Gold.
So, yeah, they're gonna leave it with the fucking guy who is an odd looking character too. By the way, I don't know how to describe this guy. Kind of looks like Gary Busey's brother, maybe. I don't know.
He's just like an average dude. He's like who you'd think you'd see at a pawn shop.
Yeah, I guess so. Pawn shop owner is going to lock it up for the night. He's going to give him a hand receipt, and he's going to do some research, whatever the fuck that means. Because there's no internet.
Like, you literally just test the metal. It takes 10 seconds.
He's got to do research.
This guy, like, someone comes in a pawn shop with a solid gold coin, this guy would literally be, like, creaming in his pants.
Yeah, exactly. He'd offer him half price and fucking be stoked that he was able to buy it. So, this is the most honest pawn shop owner of all time. He's got books on Leprechaun Gold. He, like, cracks open a book and, like, compares the writing and shit. Whatever. Ozzy and Alex leave. The pawn shop guy with his gold to do research, and he hears the tricycle chime, gling, 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 in upstairs or somewhere outside of the shop. He goes to, like, kneel down to open up his safe to put the piece of gold in. And all of a sudden, there's a tricycle that runs into him. It somehow got into his shop and then, like, runs into him. All right.
So he can, like,
Leprechaun magic.
Transport himself and objects?
Leprechaun magic.
All right.
Like, I mean, that's what I'm going to have to say for all this movie, because the tricycle is now inside of the building. All right. He, like, moves it aside and is, like, creeped out, and he, like, looks around, but he's basically unfazed by the whole thing. So he goes back to opening up his safe, and once he cracks the safe, who's inside the safe is the leprechaun. Jumps out of a locked safe. It's a pretty good gag. I did not see that coming. Even with today's eyes, I was like, holy shit, the fucking guy is in here. Was it a jump scare, though? No. Not very scary.
But obviously his powers are tied to the coins.
Yes, I think that's what we're getting off that. I agree. So as he gets closer to the coin, he's able to do more shit. He bites the guy. The guy goes in the knee, of all things, and the guy goes down. You shouldn't steal leprechaun. You shouldn't steal gold from a leprechaun. That's a bad shop owner. Bad shop owner. Which is kind of a funny line. I don't know. Warwick Davis is doing work out here. He's not getting very much.
Yeah, he was 100% great. Yes.
Every line he delivers, I am with him, even if it is a stupid line. So the leprechaun grabs a pogo stick, grabs the coin, grabs a pogo stick, pogo sticks the guy to death in his chest.
That's so crazy. Watching him on the pogo stick was something.
It was something.
I can't imagine that.
The pogo stick on the chest, I mean, yeah, that's pretty badass.
You could stop a heart, probably.
Why was his face? Did he get his pogo stick to the face? His face was all bloody, too.
I don't know.
Probably from hitting some arteries.
Maybe like burst blood vessels or something. I don't know. But moment of silence for the shopkeeper, the bad shop owner.
F in the chat for Pawn Stars.
Yeah, Pawn Stars died, and he's not coming back. That's a pretty brutal way to go. On his way out, the leprechaun decides to polish his shoes for him, and he finds a nice, shiny new ride as well. No more tricycle. We're going to ride in style for the rest of the movie. He grabs, like, a little car that's in the pawn shop that I guess is...
A little Power Wheels.
A little Power Wheels, yeah. That's, like, kind of, like, motorized, I guess. So he's going to upgrade. Is any of this scary?
No.
No, this is just laughably funny. Like, let's do this.
It's not scary at all.
It makes me miss, like, a pogo stick. Like, now I just want a pogo stick.
No, I want to hyperfixate on my childhood.
It feels like...
Now I want a Power Wheels.
Now I kind of want a Power Wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can we make an adult one?
Yeah. It's called the car.
I think those are called cars.
I know, but I just want to drive around the backyard. In like a little mini car.
Which I would love one right now. So anyone Anyone listening, please donate Power Wheels to me. Thank you.
Yes, I would also take a Power Wheels. At the diner, Tori and Nathan are going to wait for Alex and Ozzy to get back from wherever they came from. The police see a leprechaun driving hyperspeed in the Power Wheels and decide they're going to effect a traffic stop based on the fact that there's, like, I guess a little kid in a Power Wheels driving in the middle of the night.
And he's speeding. That's a probable cause. He's speeding.
Yeah, right. So he's going to pull him over. The leprechaun obeys the pullover. Wow, he respects the call. Go figure. I wouldn't think a leprechaun would be so conscious of law enforcement. The cop gets out and goes up to the car and does the typical law enforcement thing, right? He's like, are you a little young to be out this late, huh? He's like, no, I'm 600 years old. Okay, so that's a pretty clever line. The dude basically gets in his face about how he needs to take off his mask, that ugly mask, and step out of the car. And he's like, it's not nice to make fun of leprechauns. He bends down, gets eye level with the leprechaun. He basically digs his fucking giant, disgusting nails into this guy's face.
Yeah, this is gross.
Takes his gun, throws it, and then the cop doesn't return to his police cruiser. He just runs into the woods.
Yes, that's protocol.
That's right. Don't call for help.
Panic and run in any direction.
There's no game plan whatsoever. So he just was disarmed by a leprechaun and runs off into the woods bleeding from his face. All right.
Right, he thought he was a kid.
It's a bold move.
It's real weird.
I mean, he lost his weapon, so if he didn't lose his weapon, he just would have started firing randomly. Every direction.
It would have made the situation even worse.
But aren't they supposed to actually have a shotgun or something in the car?
Yeah, well, how about the radio, to radio for help?
Yeah, any of those things.
So we're on a foot race now. The leprechaun is chasing this deputy into the woods.
This would be terrifying.
This would be sort of terrifying, right? So
he has a baton. He could start whacking the guy.
His face is tore up. He's a mess. He's now, basically what it breaks down to, he's playing hide and seek with a fucking leprechaun out in the woods.
You're going to lose.
He's got his nightstick. That's basically all he's got. And the leprechaun he's jumping from tree to tree, like disappearing and shit. I don't think this guy stands a fucking chance.
Let me segue real quick. Remember Manhunt?
Oh, I remember Manhunt, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That's the vibe I got from this. I'm like, oh shit, this is Manhunt.
That's a fair point. Although Manhunt with a leprechaun would be even more scary.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah, because when you get caught, you die.
We're playing for keeps. So, end result is the deputy's going to throw the only weapon he has into the forest. All right, it's a bold move. We'll see if it pays off for him. He runs about 10 feet, hyperventilates, and thinks he's in the clear. He, pushes himself up against the tree, and, you can see his breath. He's, breathing real heavy. It's a lot more lengthy than what I'm describing. This fucking hide-and-seek thing is, very extended. I guess it's meant to be scary. Is this scary?
They're really padding for time here.
They're really drawing up. I can see. Is this scary, though? Do you find any of this scary?
No, not at all.
No.
It feels more like spoofy instead of real scary.
This is like comedy to me, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, it reminded me of oh man, I used to play Manhunt back in the day, exactly. So I started reminiscing during the scene.
Yes.
So as he thinks the coast is clear, the leprechaun jumps onto the cop's shoulders like in a piggyback type of deal. And snaps his neck. Moment of silence for the clueless cop. But
F in the chat.
What a weird way to die. With a fucking leprechaun on your shoulders, you die?
And this guy didn't even do anything. He doesn't have any coins or anything.
I know. I don't really understand why he died, per se. But I guess we needed another death, is I'm sure what it all boils down to. According to Warwick Davis, there were a lot of conflicts during the production between the production company and the distribution company, Trimark Pictures. The production company wanted to make a horror movie with many gory elements similar to Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street, while Trimark wanted to make a similar type of movie like to Critters or Gremlins that were horror comedies suitable for all audiences. Though editing and different visions of scenes and mixed variety of gore and humor were later added.
I see the Gremlins, especially
100%.
Towards the end. We'll get into that.
Yeah, 100%. And there's Gremlins and Critters both have that sort of comedic thing going on too. The movie was originally planned as a straightforward horror film, but Warwick Davis sought to add more comedic elements, and Mark Jones, the director, agreed with his tonal shift, and they shot it as a horror comedy instead of a straight horror. So basically, the people who produced the movie were expecting one thing and got a completely different thing. They were wanting something a little more serious. Several scenes had to be reshot after the producers insisted that the film be made gorier to appeal to older audiences, which probably led to the policeman's more gory death, be my assumption.
Yeah, I kind of want them to take a more serious approach. I wanted it to be scarier, honestly.
Yeah. Well, so did the people.
How do you make a movie about a leprechaun serious?
Well,
good point.
It's a really good point. And the fucking issue really comes down to inherently a little like fairy type person that's going around and killing you for gold. That in itself is not very serious. It's not. It's just not fucking. It's funny to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. I think it was doomed from the very get-go to be a serious movie, at least. The Leprechaun returns to the O'Grady house and starts to toss the place looking for gold. He then goes to, after he tosses the entire place, goes into the closet, aligns all of the shoes, and polishes the shoes. Tom, were you aware that of the shoe aspect to leprechaunism?
No, I did not know that leprechauns were cobblers as well.
I had no idea. And I don't even know that that's a real thing, quite frankly. I think they might have just made that shit up. He didn't find his gold. The gang now returns back to the house. The place has been destroyed, and Ozzy says, something got in here. Like, yeah, no shit, you fucking moron. So...
Bill, hold on. Let me interject. It
yes.
apparently is a thing. Leprechauns are known for being skilled cobblers, and they repair single shoes.
See, I had no idea about that at all. That's pretty interesting. And what, you just looked that up right now?
I did. So because of that, because of their cobbling abilities, they're industrious, wealthy from their craft, and hide their gold at the end of rainbows.
Huh.
Interesting. I didn't know that either.
See, we're learning all types of new shit. They clean up. A lot of cheesy lines about working with a broom are exchanged between Nathan and Tori. Is there any attraction from Nathan's end to Tori? Does he ever give any sort of... Is he gay? Like, what's going on here with Nathan?
I don't know. The only question he asked is, like, if she wanted him to caress the leg.
Yeah, that's the only scene where he's, like, even a little bit kind of, like, into the chick.
But maybe he's trying to be respectful because he is there doing a job. Would you be, like, hitting on the homeowner's daughter while you're, like, supposed to be working?
I guess it depends on the situation. I don't see the dad anywhere around. Like, what?
They just drove
Dad's not around.
I don't know, man. I gotta be honest. Maybe he is being respectful and I'm reading it wrong, but he never once, like, smiles at her once.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's fucking weird to me. I don't know.
He could just be aloof.
Maybe he's just gay.
Wow.
It could be. What? It's not possible? Maybe the actor played it as like, I'm going to be gay in this movie. Little does the audience know. They say, and I quote, I'm going to figure out we're going to stay for the evening. Why would the painters stay over the house?
Because the girl's dad's in the hospital, maybe? Are they, like, trying to protect her, or...
So you're telling me the painting crew is going to stay over the house? They just met, like...
Maybe that was part of their salary.
Oh, that
like,
because
hey,
they
like you
stay until the
here
job
as
is
your
done?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had a painter sleep over my house.
You know, stay over the house. You can use my daughter.
I mean, my mattress. Yeah, I thought that was fucking strange. There's a bike bell gag where the kids are ringing the bell. The kids, meaning Ozzy and Alex, they're gonna ring a fucking bell and look what I found. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Nathan goes alone to check out what the bell noise is on the outside of the house. So there's a bell initially when they found a bell, and then they're sitting there bullshitting, and there's a bell that they're not ringing. It's very clearly on the table, and it's coming from outside. Now, I thought that he left the trike at the pawn shop. So where the fuck is the bell coming from on the outside? Whatever.
Magic.
Leprechaun magic. Nathan goes out to investigate, and he's going to promptly step in a bear trap and get hurt for the rest of the movie.
Surprise bear trap.
This fucking big idiot walks around outside and gets caught in a bear trap. What the fuck? How could that even happen?
I'm an eyes on path kind of a person.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I'm like a turtle. I look where every foot goes.
So... Nathan, the leprechaun appears after he gets ensnared by the trap, and he has a flashlight in his hands, one of them big ass mag lights, and he hits the fucking leprechaun about 6 or 7 times in the head with the fucking flashlight, trying to get away from this fucking thing. Now, being caught in a bear trap has got to be difficult and painful. No kidding. I don't pretend like I know what that pain is like. But, I mean, if there was this little person trying to attack me, I don't know, man. I'd try and find a way to get the fuck out of there. Crawl away, something. Ozzy goes and calls the police while this attack is happening on the outside, because everybody now knows. He plays Alex Jones again and tells the police that the Leprechaun is here and to send the Navy and the Marine Corps and the paramedics for help, and they promptly pay him no mind, because he's the local idiot. And no one's going to fucking pay attention to anything Ozzy says. Okay. Then, during the attack, they say, Alex, go get the shotgun. How do they know that there's a shotgun in the house? I guess they must have discovered it. I don't know. But you're sending the child to go get a shotgun? Okay. So
I thought it was in their truck.
No. He goes inside the house and gets the shotgun.
Oh.
Yeah. There's still a battle happening while Alex returns with the shotgun and shoots the leprechaun, basically shoots him off into the fucking bushes.
Maybe they were like caregivers
the Shadow Realm
for the place.
So they have intricate knowledge of what is all happening in the house. Maybe
I don't know.
It
First
seems
of all,
like
when
there's
they were outside painters. I don't know why they were going in and out the whole time. You know, like you're saying, the stuff, the tarps or whatever, were in the basement. Like I don't know why your outdoor painter guys would ever even.
It seems like there's a familiarity with the house that seems undue. Like it's just a random painting crew just knows all about this house.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe they just knew the house and they grew up around the house and they were just in and out of the house all the time. I guess it's possible. Leprechaun goes into the bushes, shoots about 6 more times into the bushes, shooting at nothing too, by the way, because the leprechaun was gone at that point. And the line that Jennifer Aniston says, it zooms into her face and she says, "That was no bear." Fucking key right there.
No shit, Sherlock.
That was no bear. It was talking. We've got a leprechaun on the loose. And, honestly, Tori even denies that there's a leprechaun all the way up until the very end of the movie, too. So I don't know what she thinks she saw. But she definitely doesn't believe it's a bear, so that's good. They go inside. They're going to want to call the police again because they discovered that Ozzy's the one who made the phone call, which means there's no police coming. The lines are dead. Trauma response to the legs seem like standard stop the bleed type stuff. Elevate, get some fucking pressure on it, clean it out, maybe try and dress the wound, maybe get some ice on it to stop the swelling. All good stuff. They go to Nathan's truck to get him to the doctor, and the truck won't start. So Alex, who knows how to fix it, jumps out, opens up the hood, and the leprechaun is inside of the engine compartment. So
that is scary.
Leprechaun magic.
If you're a little kid and you're doing that, that would be scary.
Yes. Did you find it scary?
For the situation, like, I'm imagining myself as the little kid, like, shit, I gotta jump out of my whoever's truck, go start this thing.
I thought it was scary.
Yeah, if you're popping that open, yeah, I guess even nowadays, I'd be scared if someone's face is popping out.
Listen, there weren't many moments that this movie even had the slightest of scares. I thought it was a little bit scary.
There was a good jump scare. Probably the best one so far.
Yes, agreed. The leprechaun jumps through the windshield, bites Ozzy on the ear. Tori pushes the cigarette lighter that comes from the truck into the leprechaun's nose, and the leprechaun runs into the barn. Okay, so they're like, oh my god, my ear, and they're trying, oh my god, Ozzy, are you okay? The whole fucking thing, right? The leprechaun quickly builds a car and rams the three guys who paint truck and pushes it over, flips it completely all the way over, back to on the tires. All right. the thing that the leprechaun built has like a pitchfork on the front of it. It's a whole fucking scenario. We got to escape back to the house again. And while they're escaping back to the house, the leprechaun gets to the front door. The door closes, cutting the hand off of the leprechaun.
Oh, yeah, that was gross.
Yeah. Is this like a vault front door? Like, how could it be possible that the door would cut off the fucking leprechaun's hand? That'd be one heavy door, right?
It makes no sense to me. I thought that was a weird scene, too.
The leprechaun is like, ah! And his hand is on the inside of the door, like, crawling up.
Ugh.
So Leprechaun's mad weak. He's mad weak.
It's put together with bubblegum and wishes. So turns the handle on the inside, opens the door so the hand can come out, and the leprechaun grabs his hand from the inside of the house and like sticks it back on his arm, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. None of that makes any sense. So what do? The landline is fucking dead. I'll use my portable, is what Tori says. Do you remember that? You remember calling a cell phone a portable?
No. And also, this phone is very peculiar. I don't remember phones like this back in the early 90s.
My portable. So she grabs her portable and calls the police. And this time, maybe they will respond. That line did not age well. I'll grab my portable. That's what I have written
like,
down.
Look at this phone, dude. Like, it's a flip.
Right.
Like, so it flips. The size is like, okay, it's a little big, but I was like, there's no way this phone... No. Phones back then were, like, huge. They were like bricks.
And not only that, but is there any way she has service out here in the middle of North Dakota?
Absolutely hell no.
There's no fucking satellite over North Dakota. Tori calls the police, and then the cell phone dies immediately, of course. The dispatch calls the deputy in the area, Triplet, and Leprechaun has already killed Triplet, and so he mimes his voice and said, I'll be there in about 3 minutes, Sheriff. Answers him on the radio, clever little Leprechaun. There's no police coming to help you. So how is it that Tori still thinks that it's not a leprechaun? She like yells at Ozzy inside of the house. He actually said he was a leprechaun, and she says she's not believing that it's a fucking leprechaun. I don't know. There's like an element to this movie that's like you have to believe, because later on when she's like trying to find the four-leaf clover, it's required that she believes. You have to believe.
It's all about magic.
It's all about you have to believe in it. You gotta believe in it. Okay.
Believe it.
Alex tells Tori that they've actually hidden some gold. It's true. We should have probably come forward with this a long time ago. We did find the gold, and we did hide it. It's in the bucket of the well. So she's going to go out and get this bucket of gold up from the well. why the fuck didn't they just say this earlier when they were getting chased around? I guess it wasn't that serious yet. Maybe not. I don't know. So she goes out with a shotgun because all the menfolk are injured. Either they're dumb or they're underage or they're fucking broke. She's going to go out and get this pot of gold up from the well. Very, very oversimplified directions on how to use a shotgun. Her finger is on the trigger the entire time, and they go, "Have you ever used a shotgun before?" And she pumps the shotgun and says, "Nope," and goes out to the well. When I say oversimplification, you wouldn't just be able to pump a shotgun. You got to know how to use the fucking thing in order to pump it. So I don't know. Maybe she's just being coy, and she has used a shotgun before, but I somewhat doubt it based on what we know about her.
Yeah, if she's a Valley girl, I don't know any Valley girls just shooting off shotguns.
Just running shotguns, bro.
I mean, right, so I play enough video games. I know you just pump it and point.
You just pump it. Pump it up. There is a lever on a shotgun that allows the pump to move back and forward, but so you would have to hit the fucking lever in order to make that happen.
Wait, there's a little thing you got to press in order to slide it?
Yeah.
Okay, now I can definitely do it.
Or if the gun goes off, then it allows you to pump it. But you got to kind of know these things. It's not just like you grab a shotgun and just start pumping the fucking shotgun. Anyway, so Tori pulls the bucket up, and there's this weird green lighting coming from the well. I guess that's the essence of the gold, right?
That's the magic.
That's the magic. The leprechaun phases in like skeleton first and like phases in to like appear in front of fucking Tori as she like has the gold bag in her hand and like hands it over and tells her again. She asks, "What are you?" And he says, "I'm a leprechaun, me dear." Does she believe now that he's a leprechaun? Maybe not. I don't know. Still yet to be seen. The leprechaun goes off into his own little area and starts counting his gold pieces and gets to 99. He's one short.
So close. Close.
It's in Ozzy. Motherfucker. That's going to leave a mark for old Ozzy, I think.
Wait, hold on. So how long has it been since he swallowed the coin?
A few hours.
So
I'd say.
He didn't pass it yet.
I don't believe he has shit the gold coin out, no.
I mean, couldn't you talk to Leprechaun and just be like, "Hey, listen, give me like another 8 hours and you'll have it."
It'll come naturally. I think it was more like he wants to rip him open and take it out of his guts, I think is...
But let's make a deal here. Let's just wait.
Yeah, right.
You'll get your coin eventually.
Maybe leprechaun magic could make him defecate earlier. Maybe it's like a laxative sort of
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, just shit it out, and you can hear it clang clang in the toilet, and then hand over his shitty coin.
But probably Ozzy would flush it.
Right, exactly. He would flush it, and then it would be like, "Leprechaun goes to the sewer, part 12."
I don't know how he swallowed this, let alone how he's going to poop it out.
Right, how's he going to pass it?
It seems
it'll be interesting.
It's a movie in with itself. The leprechaun is pissed because he's got 99 instead of 100, and he bursts in and scratches Alex right in his face. While that happens, I guess they were going to put on some tea, so the burner is on, and they push the leprechaun into the burner, and his hand lands on the burner on the stove. He turns around, looks right in the camera, and says, "Now we're cooking, folks." There's a lot of one-liners in this one.
Lols.
Now we're cooking. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to go to another hide-and-seek type cabinet gag where the leprechaun goes into the cabinets. And they're going to open each cabinet and look into the cabinet. And if they see the leprechaun, they're going to shoot him. Why is this all...
Or how about just... get the fuck out of the house.
Maybe. Or, I'll even do you one better. Since this seems to be the infinity shotgun, why not just shoot through the fucking cabinets and not open them? That could be something we could explore too. I don't know. But we go through this thing where we open each individual cabinet. Okay. They open one, nothing. They open two. There's like him, but then he moves. And you shoot too late, and then they open up another one. And as they like close the distance in towards the cabinets, he like reaches out from like a drawer and like grabs Nathan's dick.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Why? Why would
twist his dick? The old dick twist.
The old dick twist. The as legend has it, leprechauns love twisting dicks.
It's true. It's true.
As well as cobble your shoes. So, I don't know, man. Is any of this scary, do you think?
No.
I just want this to be over, please. I want to put the shotgun in my mouth and end it.
So if you didn't like the cabinet gag and the dick grab, how about the skateboard gag? So...
That was funny.
Why is there a skateboard in an old Irish lady's house, too, by the way? But
I think he got it from the pawn shop. He loaded up that little car with all those random things.
Oh, really?
So I think, it was just one of the things he grabbed.
So he just loaded up the pawn shop with
skateboarding
gags?
was cool. Skateboarding was cool in the 90s.
It's true. It's very 90s. So Nathan can't shoot with his shit because the little leprechaun guy, he does shoot him every once in a while, right? So he shoots him before we get to the skateboard gag. Looks like he's dead. He just jumps right back up and runs down the hallway, right? So they pursue him instead of leaving. They want to continue to try and use the shotgun as much as they can. I guess he grabs a skateboard and is just like skateboarding back and forth down the hallway. And they're like trying to shoot every time. And the reason I know that Nathan can't shoot with his shit, and number one, it's a shotgun at no more than 10 yards. So this is gimme. These are gimme fucking shots. He misses even when the skateboard by itself with no leprechaun comes into the hallway.
It's true.
He misses the fucking skateboard. It stopped. It didn't move, and he still shot, and nothing happened.
How do you miss with a shotgun?
How do you miss with a fucking stationary skateboard?
How do you miss from that distance?
How do you miss from that distance? I'm a surgeon from this distance. So, all right, he's not aiming at all. The leprechaun, there's another gag where he gets shot, he rolls down the stairs, the leprechaun I'm talking now, he rolls down into the basement. And they hear him in the basement, like, rumbling around, and then he, like, goes outside. And for some reason, Nathan wants to put his ear to the ground of the kitchen to hear what the leprechaun is doing in the basement. And then he, like, bursts through the ground. What the fuck?
Magic.
Not scary.
We get a phone call. He calls twice. He calls the phone, of course. Jennifer Aniston needs to answer. And she picks up and he's like, I want me gold! So she, like, rips the fucking landline out of the wall and throws it on the ground. And then he calls again. The second time.
Oh, this is great.
She picks up the phone, puts it up to her ear, and he goes, do you need a hand or something like that? And he, like, sticks his weird little alien hand through the receiver.
Take my strong hand, child.
Exactly.
Now, A Nightmare on Elm Street did this like 10 years earlier, except Freddy like stuck his tongue in the girl's mouth at the receiver. Far more scary and gross than a hand coming out of the receiver to touch, I guess, like her face or something.
Is that even a hand? Like, what, like, take my strong hand. That's why I made that joke. Like,
it's 100% what that looks like, too. It looks like that take my strong hand child hand.
Yeah, it does. It's a weird little freaky hand.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Is the line that Jennifer Aniston says, and it's the line that all the audience is saying too.
She's just been in denial this whole time.
I don't know what the fuck is going on here. So, guess what? Ozzy now, a light bulb has clicked. He just remembered that old Mr. O'Grady used to talk about leprechauns all the time in the neighborhood, and that he might know a way to stop it. Ozzy, you motherfucker. This movie could be 45 minutes shorter if you had said this in the beginning of the movie. What the fuck, bro? He's been saying the whole time that it's a fucking leprechaun, and now he's just now figuring out that it's a leprechaun and that this guy O'Grady, who's in the old age home, might have the fucking means or understanding on how to stop the leprechaun? You fucker, man. My God.
Bad job. Bad job.
Bad job by the dunce. He's living up to the dunce moniker, though. So the crew has got a plan. They're going to get Tori to the Jeep, and once the leprechaun appears, they're going to start throwing shoes as to distract the leprechaun and give Tori the ability to drive away to get to the old age home to talk to O'Grady to find out how to kill a leprechaun. So that's exactly what they do. Big distraction, shoe distraction, gets Tori there safe, she's off, she goes alone, right?
Because he has to fix the shoes.
The leprechaun needs to run around and fix the shoes the entire time. So here's my question. Why didn't they do this before? The shotgun doesn't work, okay? So stop it with the fucking shotgun already. Secondly, why didn't they just toss shoes around the entire time instead of continuously running away from the leprechaun?
Why didn't they just start a cobbler business so the leprechaun could make more gold?
There you go. That's even better. That's even a better idea. It's three guys who paint and a leprechaun.
It's so funny. The compelling... I need to...
He's like OCD. Like he's like a murderous leprechaun, except for when there's shoes out in the field, and then I just need to like run around and fix these shoes and shine them.
Ooh,
like here I am, like, hey, listen, little leprechaun. You love gold. I like gold. I also like being alive. Let's fix shoes together, and I'll just take a cut of your gold. Is that okay, Mr. Leprechaun?
I guess now, since Tori has escaped and he has fixed the shoes, he's decided he's going to use roller skates to teleport in and follow the Jeep. Why, you ask? I have no fucking idea.
Because fuck it, that's why.
The leprechaun gets out of control and goes through a fence, which then creates a leprechaun-sized or shaped hole of a leprechaun as he goes through it, just like in Looney Tunes. Warwick Davis is actually a speed skater, if you can believe that shit, amongst other things.
No, he's not. Stop.
Yes, he is. He was wearing his own skates during that scene when the leprechaun rides on the road and crashes through the fence. He did the stunt himself and said that the road was particularly rough, so the wheels didn't roll very well. And when he got onto the gravel, he had to run over into the fence in order to reach the fence. So he actually hits the fucking gravel, and his little fucking feet have got to, like, now walk the rest of the way or run the rest of the way.
That was funny.
Wow. Good for him.
He put out for this movie. He thought this was going to be a big hit. I guess, in a way, it was.
Hey, we're talking about it right now.
Exactly.
We sure
That's
are.
what I was just going to say.
Happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. So, Chillview Center is where Danny O'Grady is resting in, and we are met with the policeman who is asleep. I guess there's a security guard who is derelict in his duty. She's going to check the roster to make sure that she knows where she's going. The guy never fucking wakes up. He's just snoozing. And so she goes in. There's a leprechaun shadow that's just a mop gag in the hallway as she's kind of going through all the hallways of this old age home. Is that scary?
No.
I don't think that's scary.
Nope.
So nobody cares about the mops cleverly arranged as a leprechaun. Okay, so maybe this will make you more scared. She gets to Danny O'Grady's room, and he's sitting there with his back towards Tori, and it's Danny's voice, right? And I immediately know this is the leprechaun.
Yeah, we're not being fooled by his fake voice anymore.
Yeah. It's clearly not Danny O'Grady because he doesn't turn around. So he goes, I know how to stop a leprechaun, and I'm not going to tell you. And then he turns around because it is the fucking leprechaun, right? It's not Danny at all. It's the leprechaun.
Who knew?
Who knew? Everyone. So he's not going to tell you how to stop him. And then there's a chase scene in a wheelchair. This is where we first get to real I think the director probably had a sneaking suspicion that this movie was not going the way that he thought it would go. Because now, instead of the whole gang getting chased around from inside the house to outside the house to inside the house to outside the house, it's just Jennifer Aniston. So as she's running up and down these hallways, like getting chased by the leprechaun in a wheelchair, it's just shots of her ass the entire rest of the movie.
And the leprechaun sped up film of him in the wheelchair.
That's right. For the scene where Warwick Davis chases Jennifer Aniston in the wheelchair, Aniston had to run and jiggle in slow motion so that Davis could keep up with her. He had trouble manipulating the wheels of the wheelchair because the chair was too big, and it was hard for him to control because he was wearing those fucking damned rubber gloves that he had to wear as the leprechaun. So this is her running in slow motion, and like basically running in place, and him like trying his best to fucking manipulate this goddamn full-size wheelchair, and he's a smaller guy. Yeah. Movie magic right here, everyone. Movie fucking magic.
Leprechaun magic.
Leprechaun magic. So she takes an elevator. Why does she take an elevator? She never took an elevator to get to the room. Where the fuck is she going?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I'd be looking for stairs or exit, not an elevator.
An elevator.
Hopefully it's to hell, because I'm at wit's end right now.
But it is like that anticipation, like if that's what they're going for, like you're like, oh, door, hurry,
close.
And like I've been there, like you're trying to press the button quick.
Really, the reason why she goes to an elevator is so she has a reason to run into Danny O'Grady, who promptly crashes through the ceiling of the elevator, all bloodied and fucked up, to tell her, as he's dying with his last dying breath, a 4-leaf clover is the secret of killing a leprechaun. So they need to go to the patch of clover right next to the well to find a 4-leaf clover, and that's how you kill it. Danny then dies. He's been waiting 10 years. I guess 10 years was long enough. Moment of silence for Danny O'Grady.
But he also
F in the chat.
Freshly plucked. So, like, how did that 4-leaf clover he left, how did the leprechaun just stay there for 10 years? It wasn't freshly plucked anymore.
I don't.
Magic. Leprechaun magic.
Leprechaun magic. I don't know, man. I genuinely don't.
You said there were 4 deaths. Right now we're at Mrs. O'Grady, shop owner, cop number 1, and Danny O'Grady.
And that's it. And that's it.
That's the second cop.
There's no second cop.
In the car.
No, ma'am. That's the same cop. All he do is take the body of that cop and bring him into the car.
Why would he do that?
I don't know why he does any of these things. I genuinely don't know. I have not one clue. So she rushes back to the house, throws it in park, jumps out and starts looking for 4-leaf clovers in the clover patch.
And it's like the tiniest clover patch I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's the only green.
And it's like glowing green.
Yeah.
Too.
They tend to be tiny.
They do. And it's like a desert, too, that they're in.
I remember going through some clover patches trying to find a 4-leaf, and you never find one.
No.
I'm determined.
Very rare.
I'm going to find one.
So the leprechaun phases in. I guess he ran out of roller skates and wheelchairs and power RC cars and Power Wheels and all of the other vehicles he's used. He's run out of all of that. He's decided now he's just going to phase in and teleport for the rest of the film, which is smart because it's what he should have been doing the whole fucking time. The leprechaun phases in and grabs Jennifer's hand and says, "Little girls shouldn't be looking for 4-leaf clovers." She runs. There's a lot of ass. Like I said, there's a lot of ass. The rest of this movie, this is the way it's going to be.
This is the best part of the movie, by the way.
This is the way. Jennifer Aniston wore special ass running shorts, and we're going to get the most money. We're going to have our money's worth out of them. She runs to the cop car. The lights are still on. The cop is dead. And she takes the nightstick that the cop had thrown into the forest earlier. I guess the leprechaun's very considerate and returned the nightstick to the dead cop and then placed the dead cop into the police cruiser.
Leprechaun magic.
She uses that nightstick to jam it into the leprechaun's eye.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's possible.
It's not.
Because, nightstick is very blunt.
Yeah, no shit. It's the same possibility as an arm or a hand getting cut off by a front door to a house.
Leprechaun magic.
Magic. So the leprechaun then takes the cop's eyeball and puts it in his own skull. Is any of this necessary?
I'd say that scene's really gross.
What are we doing here? This is just no reason for this.
I think this is the studio basically saying we need more gore.
Yeah, that's definitely a gore grab.
There's no reason for any of this. Like, there's honestly,
they could have gone PG-13 and just left it funny instead of more gory. I guess
it would have been better if you said Irish eyes are smiling.
Oh, that's a good line. They missed that.
They dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball. That's definitely a fucking one-liner he should have said. He says everything else about fucking stereotyping Irish folks. The crew saves the day. She looks like she's been had it, right? The crew of Ozzy and young Nathan shoot again the leprechaun and save her again. And they escape again. And everyone is going to run to the clover patch to look for a 4-leaf clover. And, man, are we into this? Do we like this? Is this fun? Or have we had it? We've had it. Had it, yeah. Alex is supposedly safe in the house, but he's not going to be, because he's going to go outside and set up a trap for the leprechaun. The trap that nobody asked for. He's going to, set up a bear trap and, all this stuff in the barn. Never gets used. The kid's an idiot. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. If it were me, I'd be hiding under some fucking bed somewhere. I don't want any problems from a leprechaun, right? I don't know.
A kid would probably find the 4-leaf clover faster.
Probably.
They're lower to the ground. They got good eye vision. They should stick the kid on the...
They're younger. They're stronger.
Right. Well, Alex is setting up this...
less knee pain.
Alex is setting up this Home Alone-style trap in the barn while the leprechaun watches him do the entire thing, so I don't know how effective that's going to be. Tori, back at the clover patch, Tori yells at Ozzy that he's basically an idiot and freaks out on him, that they're never going to find a 4-leaf clover, and this is where the true message of the movie lies. You got to believe. And she says, all right, I believe. And she, grabs all this clover and, shows it to him. I believe. And then she finds one. Amazing.
Believe it.
Do that in the backyard.
Just start yelling, I believe. I don't think, call me nuts, call me a cynic, but I don't think that's what believing actually means, just yelling at people.
Maybe I'll do that and my bank account will magically get refilled.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Go buy some lotto tickets and
I believe! Just yell in the store and get arrested.
I believe. Oh,
right,
another
sir.
loser.
Please leave the store.
I believe that.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Please leave the library, Tom. So we've got one, guys. We've got a 4-leaf clover. Amazing. And the crew actually didn't find a 4-leaf clover. They had to glue one together. So there you have it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
wow. It's not even a real 4-leaf clover.
No,
my life's a lie. My life's a lie.
Got him. Alex almost gets his face smashed in a bear trap trying to trap the leprechaun, which is hilarious. And the crew runs in and rescues him. Ozzy tells the leprechaun that he swallowed the coin. So the leprechaun says, well, then it's your belly that I want. The shotgun malfunctions, and Nathan gets kicked in the knee as Ozzy runs away. The leprechaun runs after him. Nathan gets kicked in his fucking bum knee on his way out, which is kind of a funny gag, actually. So, as this all happens, did you notice that Jennifer Aniston's holding the 4-leaf clover and the fucking leprechaun just walks by it like he's completely unaffected?
Yeah, that's weird.
Fucking awesome, bro. I don't know how the hell that works. It's not only magic unless he recognizes it.
Story hole.
There's a definite plot hole there.
Magic.
Sure.
Plot hole.
Magic. So Ozzy runs like he's got a refrigerator strapped to his back, right? Because he can't outrun the fucking leprechaun. Falls down, gets tackled. The leprechaun grabs the buckle off of his shoe and just starts slicing and dicing his face, which is kind of sickening, actually. As he's cutting him up with the buckle, I was like,
yeah,
oh
this is kind of brutal, yeah.
pretty fucking hard to watch, right?
They're adding more gore. They're trying to shove it all in right now.
Right. The last 30 seconds of the movie. We need more gore.
Slash his face.
Carve him up. Here's a fucking... You want to talk about a plot hole? Here's a plot hole. This entire thing has been described... We need a 4-leaf clover to Nathan. First it was described to Tori from Dan O'Grady. And Tori brought the message to Nathan and Ozzy. So Alex wasn't in this at all. He doesn't know about the 4-leaf clover. Yet, it's Alex that grabs the 4-leaf clover out of Jennifer Aniston's hands, balls it up into this chewing gum that he had in his mouth, and Bart Simpson style slingshots the 4-leaf clover down the leprechaun's throat. And he says the line, "Fuck you, Lucky Charms." How does Alex know to do that? He fucking doesn't know how to do that. He doesn't know to do that.
Wait, wasn't he told prior?
No.
That's what I thought. I didn't know.
So she comes back from fucking Shady Acres or wherever the fucking dude, the old folks' home. Tori and the kid never see each other.
He's up at the barn the whole time?
He's up supposedly at the house. They don't even know that he's in the barn. He's in the barn on his own accord trying to do a Home Alone style capturing of the leprechaun. So as they're chasing, Ozzy is getting chased by the leprechaun. He runs by, grabs the 4-leaf clover out of Jennifer Aniston's hands, puts it in the gum, shoots it into the fucking leprechaun's throat. There was no possible way that this fucker Alex knew to do that.
Weird.
Fucking bizarre.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Well, guess what? Fuck you, Lucky Charms. The leprechaun gets the 4-leaf clover into his body. He basically deteriorates and melts.
He's melting.
What a world! What a world!
Yeah, all right, so that's where the gremlin thing came in from.
You're right.
So that skeleton looks just like the gremlin when it melted.
Yeah.
I agree with you, yes, when he gets splashed with water. He, falls apart and melts, and then, falls into the well, and then, this green energy shoots up out of the well, which I guess is his soul.
That's his leprechaun magic.
And his magic. That's his magic, okay. And Ozzy is sitting there with his face all sliced up, and his line is, "I did a smart thing." Ozzy is... Yeah, pretty much. Ozzy is a bloody fucking mess. But the leprechaun is not done. So he, continues to, crawl out of the well. "I need me gold." And Nathan runs up, butt strokes him right in the face, dumps a bunch of gas in the well, and then lights the well on fire, which results in an explosion. I don't know gas to explode like that, but the whole well explodes.
It was a mix of the gasoline with the leprechaun magic.
maybe there was a methane leak or something. The whole thing fucking blows up. All right. So, big explosion. The sun rises. The cops arrive. They finally come. There's another limerick.
Finally.
Well, holy shit, thanks. We finally get the police response that we were expecting. It only took them 17 fucking hours. There's another limerick as the credits roll. It sort of gives you the impression that the leprechaun may not be as dead as we think. Let me ask you this. What happened to the dad?
He's at the hospital.
Oh. He's just I'm dead now because I got bit on my hand?
They probably had to stitch it up or something.
Oh, I'm dead.
I mean, rabies. Possibly.
Yeah. Leprechaun rabies? Why not? Let me ask you this. What happened to the bag of gold?
That was my question, too.
And did Ozzy ever shit out that coin?
I think he had to go to the hospital, too, to get that out. I can't imagine someone pooping that out.
So in addition to his sliced up face and his ear bitten off, he needs to have some rectal surgery?
He needs to have an x-ray.
Yeah, I think I need some surgical removal, yeah.
So it's a bad day for Ozzy, is pretty much what we're saying.
He lived, though.
F in the chat for Ozzy.
Who probably later succumbed to his fucking injuries. So the credits roll. Leprechaun is over. Final thoughts. Allie, would you like to start us off with some final thoughts?
Sure, but it's not going to be about the movie.
Oh. Well, that's what I'm requiring you to do, though.
I didn't really like the movie, so I'm going to go with some fun facts.
Oh, she's going to do what she wants to do. Okay. Allie's hijacking the show. Go on.
So happy St. Patrick's Day. A 4-leaf clover is very rare. They occur in roughly 1 in 5,000 or 1 in 10,000 cases.
Wow.
So they do exist out there, and they're the white clover. So I'm definitely going to go look for some 4-leaf clovers. It was very nostalgic. There were some nostalgic things. Like I'm saying, I want a pogo stick. I like Tom's take on like Manhunt and stuff. Totally. All that. So I also want to announce we are starting this thing called Color the Killer Contest. And we're going to get kids 2 to 12. So we have this mini Maven group out there. We're going to color a different killer each month. And we're going to start it with celebrating St. Patrick's Day and coloring the Leprechaun.
Nice.
So he's going to be our first Color the Killer contest, March 2026. And the winner is going to receive a Horror Movie Mavens t-shirt. You're going to get a shout out on the next podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
And your artwork is going to be posted to our social media pages. So parents, go to our social media pages. You're going to sign up for an email. I'm going to email you the picture. You print that out. Have your little kid color it. Get your kids, get your nieces, nephews, cousins, all the little children.
Their cousins, their nieces, their nephews.
Those nephews, dude, your child's roommate's nephews.
All the little children. We're going to have a coloring competition. It's going to be cool. So I'm excited for that and growing our little Horror Movie Mavens family and make it some mini Maven fun activities.
All right, so Allie used up her final thought on a new contest. It is going to be an exciting contest, and I do want to see some cool creative coloring contest winners out there. That'd be very cool to see.
Yeah, we get to judge. I'm excited to see what the children come up with.
And her final thought was she did not like the movie, if you caught that first. Tom, what are your final thoughts on The Leprechaun? Or, I'm sorry, Leprechaun. It's not The Leprechaun.
It was rough.
Yeah.
This was like, I don't know if I could say it was like a guilty pleasure, I guess, to watch. Like, yes, it was very nostalgic.
Yeah.
But, oof, it was bad at points.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And yeah, like, but, you know, to dissect it with you guys, that's the whole point of this podcast. And I'm happy to, you know, to just desecrate this movie.
It's still fun when it's a shitty movie.
I thought it was as I remembered it. We were talking about this again offline, Tom. This movie came out right in our wheelhouse, right? This movie came out in '93. So that means
we were like 9, 10 years old.
Yeah. So this came out right in our wheelhouse. I remember liking this movie a lot, and I remember being like not so much scared as I was just entertained by it and watching it over and over and over again. So the VHS thing certainly came into play for me with renting it or seeing it on television, probably edited the shit out of. My final thought is rewatching it. It's fun. I wouldn't recommend it. It's bad. It's a bad movie, but it is fun to watch. Some nostalgia. It's not scary at all. And it's more funny, I think, than anything. Warwick Davis and the makeup were the stars, and probably a little bit of Jennifer Aniston sprinkled in there too, even though her fucking, the script on this has got to be just horrendous. So we'll do a reverse for our pumpkin ratings. I'll go first. The reason I gave it a 1.5 pumpkins is basically because of Warwick Davis just committed, and he's the man. That motherfucker's been around forever, and he's still out there doing this shit, so 1.5 pumpkins for me. Tom, what do you got?
All right, so I'll give this movie a 1 rotten pumpkin. Again, I'll go with the rotten pumpkin thing. That's just been sitting out there for a little bit, but it has a little 4-leaf clover poking out.
Tom, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man.
I interpret that as a negative one.
Because of Warwick Davis. So, yeah, if you want to, like, watch the slop, go for it. But you're not going to like it. you're not going to like it.
You're not going to like it. But, Allie, what do you give your rating to this movie?
I had no idea your rating, but I was also going to give it a 1.5 pumpkin because I always wanted to see Jennifer Aniston. I like her. I always wanted to see her first movie. This was my first time watching it. I can imagine being like, middle school aged and finding this a little bit more scary and creepy, but definitely as an adult watching it, no, not scary. Funny parts, creepy, weird parts, but definitely not scary.
No, and the problem is because it's not that scary, you think it might be okay for your kids to watch, but it's not.
No, because they're still breaking necks.
Yeah, I mean, there's still enough gore. And I find that the look of the Leprechaun is enough to scare kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
100%, yes.
Yeah, because I started watching like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like things that were more gory and fucked up.
Oh, that's way more gory.
So I think if I started maybe with something like this, it would have been a little better.
Ease your way into it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's your review of Leprechaun, 1993's Leprechaun. It's a bow on it, folks. Your next assignment is 1986's April Fool's Day, a slasher in honor of April Fool's Day right around the corner. It's a holiday that I hold near and dear to my heart. That's your new assignment, Mavens. We thank you so much for listening. We want to hear from you. Give us some feedback on Podbean, on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok. Give us some show ideas, maybe some movies you'd like us to review, and just about anything else, right? We'd like to hear from you, and we want some fan interaction. So keep your eyes peeled for that Color the Killer contest that's going to be out before you know it. In the meantime, enjoy those horror movie viewing experiences. Stay scary out there. For Tombstone Tom and Afterlife Allie, I'm Bad Luck Bill. We'll see you on the flip side. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.